Hi guys, this is Jacquelyn and this is Actors Corner. Psych, just kidding, it's Actors Chat. And I'm Anthony D. Washington. I'm your featured guest and this is your host, Jacquelyn Doggette.
Thank you so much.
You're
I'm going to
welcome.
go ahead and deliver this.
Oh, to this one? Sorry. Better give me a heads up.
I'm
Because I shoot to kill.
Hey y'all, I'm Jacquelyn Doggette. Welcome to Actor Chat, where we sit down with actors and people in actor adjacent
Oh, sorry.
careers
I shouldn't have done that.
to learn what life in the entertainment industry is really like. This is my guest.
Hi. I'm Anthony D. Washington.
You make me so mad.
What did I do?
So I'm sitting with Anthony D. Washington, who is one of my close friends and an actor in Los Angeles, who you may have actually seen on a couple of shows. You've been booked and blessed. With such a outgoing, gregarious, is that the word I'm looking for? Just, you have an outgoing personality.
Yeah, I'm trying to contain it right now.
You're doing so well.
I'm doing very well, if I must say so myself.
Okay. What I want to ask you is,
What's up?
what did people think you were going to be when you were a kid? Were you like this?
No. I
Okay.
was way worse.
Great.
I had the energy of 10. I was gonna say, well, never mind. I had a lot of energy, basically, and I was always a class clown.
I don't see that in you.
I know it's very hard. I've developed and matured a lot, and I would do a lot of joking on the baseball field, football field, and in the neighborhood. So nobody actually had an idea, but they were just like, "Boy, you need to be on TV." And I was like, "Oh, you know what? That sounds great. I do want to be on TV."
Okay, because where did you grow up?
I grew up in Texas, Dallas, Texas.
With that, did you know other people who were going on an entertainment industry path, like other people who were on TV?
Not at all.
Okay, so you just took, you should be on TV and ran with it.
Well, I always wanted to be, because like what my mom used to do growing up is like when I was younger, I would always be running around, and she had two other kids she had to watch, my younger siblings. So what she would do is she would put a laundry basket, lean it forward, put me in it, and put me in front of the TV. Therefore, I can't look back left or right, and there's a TV in front of me, so I just got mesmerized, and I just continued to watch TV, and I watched a lot of TV until this day. So I wanted to do everything I saw on TV. I have a crazy imagination, so when they said you should be on TV, I was like, oh, that's what I want to do anyway. So cool, great.
One thing I did know about you, that you were very much into baseball and football.
And basketball.
Oh, and basketball. Yes, I did know that too. With that, is that where you saw your career going?
Yeah, I saw myself. Actually, I wanted to be an actor first. Like my dad would ask me, like, what do you want to be? You know, and I said, I wanted to be an actor, but I felt like it was too far-fetched, because most people in my family are also like,
Okay.
I have this type of job, like a 9 to 5, 9 to 5, 9 to 5. And I was too afraid to say that I wanted to be that. So I said that I wanted to be a professional baseball player, because I was good at it. And everybody around me, knew that, oh, he's good.
Yeah.
But even then, that was kind of far-fetched for people. So it was like, professional baseball player, what? Are you serious? Yeah. What else am I gonna do?
Okay, so at what point in all this you start out wanting to be an actor, you think you're going to go into
Baseball.
the career of a professional athlete.
Yeah.
At what point did it change? Did you decide you were going the acting direction?
I never decided that until like probably, so funny. It was after college.
Okay.
I was dating this girl, and there was a showcase going on in Dallas, and she was like, you always talk about that, you should do it. It was like a modeling / acting showcase.
Okay.
And what you do is you do a monologue in front of all these people, and well, you walk the runway, then you do a monologue, and
Just very versatile show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. But they had agents from LA come out. So I was
Got
like,
you.
I didn't know anything about it, but it was on the radio. Like, hey, if you feel like you're good, if you feel like
Yeah.
So she said something about it, and I was like, yeah, you think I should? Well, you said this, and I was
You
like,
like
whatever.
a challenge.
I kind of do,
I know.
So
Yeah.
I was like, bet. I mean, I'm good, so whatever.
Okay.
And I did it, right? I went out there and I did my thing. I did a scene from Antoine Fisher, right?
Nice.
It was real good. I was like, I was feeling it.
Yes. Okay.
It was
Yes.
actually the scene where he was like in the doctor's office talking to Denzel.
Okay.
And he was more so frustrated with the fact that, I opened up to you and the doctor's prescribing me all this answers and stuff like that, this medicine, and it's not working. And I did that, and I did it with a lot of passion. And it was in front of the most people I've ever performed in front of, ever. And I did it, and I was feeling it, and I was in the zone. And I snapped out of it. I said, oh, damn, that's a lot of people. Then I walked off. But I know I killed it. So at the end, they call your number if you're good, and if they are interested in you. And at the end, we're waiting. And my number was never called. And
I
I was
thought
like,
that was
what?
going to go a different direction.
When I left the stage, people were coming up to me like, you killed that. Like, you did great. And then I walked to my seat, and then I waited at the end, and I just didn't hear it. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Well, there goes acting.
You're like, that's it.
I guess so, yeah. I thought I was good. They said I was good, but whatever. And then a year later, I'm dating a different girl, and the same thing comes up.
And she too encouraged you.
She encouraged me too. She said the same thing. She's like, hey, you say you can act. You should probably do this. I'd be like, I thought in my head, I already did this. So then I was like, all right, yeah, let's do that. I'll do it, whatever.
All right.
I didn't tell her I didn't do well because, I have an ego. I don't want to tell her I was,
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't do well. So I was like, all right, whatever. So I did it. But then I thought to myself, because I try to articulate why I failed.
Yes.
Try to make it make sense to me. And I was like, well,
competitive people usually do.
Oh.
Like if you're competitive, don't.
Yeah,
I know
you do that all the time.
Yeah. If you're competitive, it doesn't necessarily mean you're a bad loser. Some competitive people are, but a lot of times when it's done in a healthy way, I think the competition is you do a thing, you don't do what you expected to do, and then you analyze it. You're like, what could I change? What can I do better? And you come back harder next time.
Yep, that's exactly what I did. Hey, you know what's up. So I was like, you know what? They didn't like. I was like, well, I did well. I thought that I did well, but for them, they didn't draw interest to it. So, you know what? A lot of people not funny. I'm gonna do something funny. So then I did a monologue from Money Talks with Chris Tucker. We got to the end where they called numbers, and I was like, well, here we go. Then they called my number. I was like, oh, hey, they called my number. Then they called it again. I was like, oh. So I had like 3-4 people call me.
Oh, like interested in working with you.
Yep. So long story short, I met up with an agent. They liked me, but they said you can't do anything in LA. In Dallas. We're in LA.
Oh, okay. I was like, why?
Yeah, sorry. They said you can't do anything in Dallas, but we're out there. If you want to meet up, we'll meet up. Probably 2-3 months later, I called the agent, and then I said I can come out there and meet, and he was like, all right, great.
Yeah.
Because I want to meet with you. Bought a ticket, flew out one day, met with him. The meeting lasted 10 minutes.
Okay.
He was just like, hey, great. But do you live out here? I was like, no. It's like, oh, you got to move out here. I was like, you could have emailed me that. You ain't down the street. I'm in Texas, bro. So I was done with acting again.
Okay.
I was like, whatever, man. So I'm up here working in warehouses in Texas with 100-degree heat, pushing 600-pound batteries.
So was that your backup plan? Your backup plan?
No, I was working.
Work?
I was just working there already.
Okay.
And then I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do in my life. I was trying to figure my life out.
So you're just like, I need to make money until I figure this out.
Yep.
Okay.
Then I got a call from one of the people from that showcase and said, you should come out here. I was like, what? Cool. Came out. He said, you're great, but you have to move to LA. And then that was like on my birthday, actually. And
what?
Yeah. And I was like, oh man, I really thought about it, because then my girlfriend broke up with me. I was like, oh my God, what am I doing with myself? What am I doing in Texas?
To Los Angeles.
I should move to Los Angeles. I decided, I was like, oh well, I'm moving to LA. I don't want to be in at this job permanently because I see
Yeah.
the effects. I see people who've worked there for like 20 years and they like got bad backs and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh no, sorry, I'm not made for this.
So how did your family react when you're like, I'm quitting my job, I'm moving to Los Angeles?
Well, my mom loved it. She was like, good, it's about time. You deserve to be on TV. You should have been. My dad was like, you sure? Get you a job, boy. So I was like, I get you, but no, I'm going to move. And everybody else, it's like so funny because everybody else was just so like, you should, of course. Like, it was like, so fitting.
Yeah.
You're always joking.
But how did you survive when you got here? Because it takes money.
So I had a stash from working, and I don't spend a lot of money.
Okay.
So I was just stacking up, and then I got out here and I did background for a couple of years.
Which I like, actually, when you're brand new.
Yeah.
And you haven't gotten to be on sets.
Yeah.
Really before, especially like big productions.
Yes.
Background was such a valuable way for me to learn set protocol.
Yep.
For me to watch how leads work.
Yep.
For me to just understand the energy and vibe of set, see how it works. Like background is background into what happens in making a show.
Yep. Literally. It was industry college for me. It was amazing.
And you get fed.
It's
like as you're learning all
on
this.
some shows.
Yeah.
No names.
But that's the thing though. As you're learning, you are getting sustenance.
Yes.
Which is like here, it's just you need to figure out how to get a roof over your head.
Yeah.
How to get around town, transportation.
Yep.
And how to eat. That's like it.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
other than that, you need to be learning and growing and developing your craft.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and everything's like, I don't know, there's so much purpose and I believe in my life and things have happened for a reason.
Yes.
But I learned with background, you can't get lost there. I'm not knocking you. If you want to do that, do it.
Like it's cool if someone genuinely wants their career to be background.
Right, and that's cool.
I
I'm
respect
not mad.
that. That's cool. So do you feel like the flip for you was getting in classes, like taking it from I want to do this and I'm here to do this to actually doing it?
Oh yeah. Because the desire is there.
Yeah.
But you don't know how. And I feel like if you're working towards something instead of just wishing and hoping, you feel like, you move in I feel like things come to you when you're more active about it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I feel like same thing. I'm not going to make acting connections over here in an accounting firm.
Yeah.
Like you have to put yourself in the environment of the thing you want to do.
Yeah, you have to. I'm a firm believer in God, and I feel like I let him do a lot of things.
Okay.
But I believe that it's up to me to do what I can. Like I'm not gonna be rewarded for just sitting there and just being, I'm good. But
like it's not you don't see God as a wishing well.
Right,
like,
exactly.
I'm like, I really want this and like do nothing.
Yep.
It's more, okay.
Yeah, so if you're, like I said, it's anything. If you're active about it, things will come to you. The more that you move around, the more that you inquire, the more that you talk, you're good. Things are gonna happen and you'll be like, oh man, I wasn't even expecting this.
Yeah.
So
with that, you are good at making connections with people, or you're very comfortable with people. Mm-hmm. So how do you approach networking? Do you deliberately do it?
I have a different approach. For me personally, I just converse with everybody I talk. I'm around. I like to have genuine conversation. Because my dad does it. So he just genuinely talks to people and I picked up from it. I'm just like, hey, I could be in line with you at McDonald's. I'm like, hey, what's going on? Big Mac? No, quarter pounder. Hey. So, you like fries? Yeah, me too. I'm about to supersize this. You too? Okay, this is going to be amazing.
This whole thing is so you.
but see, I feel like I like genuine networking. I feel like a lot of people do it. It feels like crabs in a barrel. Like I feel like a lot of people do it because they want something from you. Yeah. So it's like, hey, they don't, and a lot of people don't even network with me until I'm doing something. I have a lot of friends that
got you. It's the idea of what can you do for me?
Right, exactly. Yeah. They see you as an opportunity, not as a human being. Yeah. And I try to see everybody as a human being. I genuinely like talking to people. Yeah. So I don't want to be like,
It's
What
like,
kind of shoes they got on?
what do you do? What do you?
Yeah.
What's been the most surprising thing about the acting industry itself, or an acting career? Like, did you have expectations about the career?
Yes.
Okay.
The most surprising thing is, and it's not really surprising, but I guess I'm just so into thinking that I'm living in a fairy tale land because I watched so much TV growing up.
Okay.
That everything was going to be based on like ability.
Oh.
So it was like, oh, you're good. Well, let me put you in this. You may not get this role, but let me put you in this. And actually, it's not even about that. And that's in everything. It's not about in front.
I think there's a factor.
Yeah, it's a bigger factor than what I thought. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I guess you're right. It's a lot bigger than I thought.
That's almost something I like, though.
What do you mean?
Like, yes, there are things I go into and I audition and I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna get this. I was so good. But and then don't get it and you're like, Is
that how you react to everything?
Oh, that don't feel good.
Noodles again.
But when it comes down to it, one of the things I like about this industry so much is that we are so uniquely ourselves.
Yeah, you got
and we bring something so entirely different than anyone else that when I am booked, it's because no one else at all can do what I do.
That's very true.
Like,
That's very true.
Yeah, like even twins who grow up in the same house, they bring something unique to the table. Like they're different people. So we all come from different backgrounds and lifestyles and upbringings and experiences. And we bring all of that to the table every time. Yeah. So to the point that it's not a knock on us when we don't get, okay, stop it.
Tell that to my bank account.
Okay. But it's not a knock to who we are when we don't get something. It's just that they saw something different in someone else that they wanted.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
Sometimes it is like, say in a commercial, it's like, oh, I need a look that matches with this look, and it's strictly look based, which obviously there's nothing we can do about that.
Of course.
But sometimes even in the theatrical world where we're like, why did they pick this person, or how did I get this? Because sometimes I'll do an audition and I'm like, that was not my best. Like, I always try my hardest.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm like, ooh, that was an off day. And then I get it. And I'm like, what did they see in me?
That's what hey, I've been there. I've been like, what? I did.
And I like that, though. I like that.
Of course, you like, because you don't have to eat noodles that night. Hey, hit that. You know, maybe you get a hot dog that day. I don't know.
But even when it doesn't work out for me, there's always this belief that if it is mine, I'm going to get it. Nothing is going to stop me from getting it except me. Like if I want to not put it in the preparation and stuff, that would be on me. But I do. Yeah. So.
But it's good because that's like something that was a lesson I had to learn. Because
that if it's yours, it's yours, and if it's not, it's not.
And to be genuinely you, because there's so many times that like I'm like a sponge.
Okay.
So like I would take on a lot of my environment a lot of times.
I moved around a lot, so I even pick up accents.
Yeah,
like it's a thing.
Yeah, for sure. People talk like that. I was like,
it's a thing.
New York. He's like, yeah, be for real. I'm like, yeah, I don't know, son. I'm like, hey, I'm from Texas. I don't say son.
Yes, I say son all the time.
What's going on?
Because of my New York people.
Yeah, for real. Like you, New Orleans? Yeah,
like,
yeah. Baby, I'm telling you right now. Hey, wait a minute. Anthony, you're from Texas, Dallas. Yeehaw. But
with that picking up of energy, it's this thing that I'm really trying to get ingrained into my head, to the point that I'm just repeating it out loud as much as possible. Like, I am enough. Exactly what I am is enough.
Yeah. And when
I want to improve it.
Yeah, all the time. Like,
but I'm fine where I am right now.
You're content. You're not complacent, but you're content. And that's, I had to learn that so much when I first got out of here, to be the best version of me instead of being Will Smith or being Kevin Hart or being Jamie Foxx or Denzel. Like, you know, I hear people sometimes like, oh, well, because I got the name Washington. Like, hey, you know, blah, blah, blah. Oh, Washington. Oh, you the next Denzel. And I'm like, oh, you know, and I'm thinking in my head, no, I'm Anthony, and I have a different element, and I have to realize that every time I walk into a room, I bring the best version of me for that character, just my version. You know what I mean? Like A Christmas Story. This is my version of what's going on, or whatever. So.
And yeah, it is hard not to take it personally, because it's not like we're presenting a product I mean, we are the product. So we
Yeah.
are presenting ourselves
Exactly.
open
Dang.
and vulnerable.
You're right.
And we're like, here I am. And they're like, no.
Yeah,
Like,
you're right. That's so true. You're
Like,
right. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Like
We are the product.
We
It
are.
gets rejected. But when we hit big.
That's true. Think about batting averages, Mr. Baseball player.
Hey, good job.
Batting averages don't look good.
No, not at all. They're horrible.
You just have to have home runs sometimes.
That's right.
Like, the rest of the time is practice to get ready for the next home run.
And it's so funny you say that because that kind of like actually prepared me for success out here because you go on 10 auditions, right?
Yeah.
You book 3 of them. That's amazing.
Yes.
And that's how it is with baseball. If you're 30% for your career, if you faced 1,000 pitchers, you bat 1,000 times and you get 300 hits, you're in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Not even just in the league, you're in the Hall of Fame.
Which it doesn't sound good.
It doesn't, but it's that difficult.
But yes.
And that trains you to be mentally tough so that you can just, you learn from it, but you don't take it with you to your next one.
Yes.
You learn from it so you can practice. All right, I'm going to do this.
Yes.
And then when you go to the next one, you're a little bit more confident because I've worked on what I believe I needed to work on. You're in a new place.
Exactly.
Oh, good job for that. Hey, hit that.
I got you.
Yeah, blow it up.
What do you think was your biggest misconception about the industry before you got here?
This myth that somebody would see me acting a certain way.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "You've got talent. Let's put you in a movie."
Yeah.
Or, "Oh, you look pretty decent. You know what? You're athletic and
model."
Yeah, model. Let's go. Let's put you on the cover of this, a GQ. And honestly, it's funny because my parents or people back home like, "Oh, nobody just ever sees you at a gas station." I'm like, "Yeah, asking for change. They don't ever ask me if I want to be in a movie."
Right.
Where are these people? I'm about to start getting gas in Beverly Hills if that's what they do.
If this is happening, I
Come
want to
on.
be there.
Yeah, where's this happening at?
So if that was your conception of it before you got here,
Yeah.
then how do you keep from getting discouraged when you found out
That it wasn't?
It is not like that at all.
My faith, basically, honestly. My faith was kept me sane. It's what's kept me at peace. It's what's kept me, positive about the future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to be honest, that's it. That's no more, no less. That's it. That's what kept me there. Because I was, at one point it got really dark. And then it's funny because you don't know how strong you can be until you have to be that way.
Okay.
And then I realized I'm only so strong. And then I started depending upon, my beliefs and researching. And then I'm like, oh man, I started manifesting certain things and praying. And I was like, oh, I'm good. I'm gonna be all right.
So as far as your faith goes, it encompasses your life, but do you think it's that piece where you believe there's like a plan and a purpose? Yeah.
There's a plan for sure. And I believe that, I have my desires of what I want to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying, and it's not that it's not going to happen the way I want, but it may not happen the way I want.
Yeah.
I just know that I'm going to, well, even if I don't have happen what I want and I desire, what happens is going to be better. Or like in the works for something that's going to be better. So I just continuously have a positive mind state about, what I'm doing, what I'm going to do. And it always works out.
Well, I completely relate. Like the whole idea that, like, obviously same, like I have an idea of how I want my life to be. Mm-hmm. And there is a part of me that would be disappointed if certain parts of it didn't happen. Yeah. But I do believe that underneath it all, there's a reason for everything that is happening in my life. And that's a positive reason. Mm-hmm. That something about my life is working towards something positive, even if I don't see it. Right. Even if I never see it. Yeah. So.
See, that's why we hang out, because you've always been you've always been positive, and I invite that. I like that.
It helps you rebound.
Yeah.
Because not that it doesn't it doesn't get dark. I cry and I feel bad and I get this. Oh. Can I get
Girl,
discouraged?
don't do that in front of these cameras.
Oh, it's okay.
Lord, you're not about to turn this to save my life. I'm not.
I'm gonna bring us back.
Oh, I'm sorry. I keep doing that.
No. We're both like this.
I know.
This is why we get along.
It's gonna be like an hour show.
Okay.
So what you guys want to talk about?
So what advice would you give to someone who wants to become an actor, has no idea how to start? They live in who knows where. They live in Arlington, Texas.
Basics. Headshot, reel, experience, and then possibly an acting class or two.
Possibly? You wouldn't start with some training?
I'm sorry. I'm speaking for myself. Like, I definitely would. Like, I got big-headed at one point, like growing up, because people laughed. I was like, oh, I'm good. I don't need no teaching. I'm just man.
No, it's like anything else.
Yeah. So like, there's
any other career, you go to school. Like I don't think you necessarily have to go to school like undergrad for acting, but I do think you need training regardless.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be like years or nothing like that. But
to get started.
To get started, you should definitely find a class. But I'm very particular about all information isn't good information.
True.
So, just do your homework. Like if you look for like a studio, look at the reviews, look at what people say about it, and then find out, if this is something that you want to get into. Then try it out, see what's up. But you should definitely get training. That's something you should definitely do. Training, headshots, real. And then if you feel like this is something you like to do, you're that passionate about it, look into coming out here to this jungle. Acting's great though. Like I just love the fact that you don't have to be put in a box. And you do everything A, B, C, D. This way, and it's how it's going to be forever.
Is there anything you would like to tell people about? Where can they find you on social media? What are you working on? Like, where can they find more about Anthony D. Washington?
I'm so proud.
You don't have to share anything that you don't want to.
You damn right. Just kidding. No, I'm on Instagram. Anthony D. Washington is my name. And, jumped out on a limb and try to put something out there.
So check out Anthony D. Washington at Anthony D. Washington on Instagram.
Yes.
Anywhere else?
No.
All right.
Oh, TV.
Look for him on television. He's there.
I'll be there, like a Michael Jackson song.
Okay, he is on television. Look out for him. Look
Jackson
for
5,
this face.
sorry.
Anyway, check out his Instagram. He'll keep you posted on what he's working on.
Yes, I will.
Thank you so much for joining me on Actor Chat.
I appreciate you having me here. It's been amazing.
You have been my most rambunctious guest.
What?
Yes.
I was quiet today.
Oh.
What you owe me? What? Oh, I need prayer after this.
That's it for today. And scene.